As we've seen, US President Donald Trump and his challenger Joe Biden have made their final pitch to Americans in the third and last presidential debate. Remember, the election is just 12 days away. For a closer look at that debate, Professor Mike McCurry joins us from Washington. He was formerly with the Commission on Presidential Debates, so he knows a thing or two about how these things are run. Professor, with the new rules, we actually got to see a more substantive debate on a host of issues, the economy, the pandemic, healthcare, etc. What stood out for you?
Well, first of all, the mute button worked because people got, both candidates got a chance to present some ideas in answer to questions. I think still the brawling back and forth is something that we've got to contend with here in American politics. We've got a very polarized country. We've got a lot of divisions, and what needs to come through is some message of unity, how we're going to bring the country together. And that hasn't come clearly through in these debates yet. I think both candidates are still struggling to get their support, but they're not putting out the agenda that would define where we go as we go into a new administration next year. And I still think that's partly what has to happen in the last days of this campaign.
Now, Professor, we know that, more than 45 million Americans have already voted. Wondering if today's debate is enough, you think, to change the way the votes seem to be going?
Yeah, these debates don't really change minds, or, people are not watching them to make up their mind. What they're looking for is some affirmation of the choice they probably have already made. I think there are very few undecided voters who actually watch these debates, but there are a lot of millions of Americans that watch to say, that's why I am for my candidate. This is what I support. This is what I expect to see happen when we begin a new administration next year. And it was partly defined last night by both candidates, but I don't think explicitly laid out in a way that actually gives you confidence that this is the way it's going to go once we have a new administration in January next year.
And given that voting in America is not compulsory, getting out your supporters to vote is key for success. Do you think both candidates were able to do that through this debate, through the points that they were making and the manner in which they were making them?
Well, that is the big test going on right now in our national campaign here in the States, is how do you turn out your vote? How do you get people to actually be motivated to go participate? Are you going to be engaged in it? And I think both campaigns are spending, millions of dollars to try to make that happen, because that is the key to this now. It's like, who is going to go to the polls? Who's going to turn out? And how are they going to vote at the end of the day? And frankly, we have polls that are all over the place. Most of them are giving Joe Biden a credible lead, but that doesn't matter if you can't turn out your vote at the end of the day and get people to actually be motivated to go and be engaged. So I think that's where the concentration in these closing days is really going to be on what we call the ground game. How do you actually get people motivated to go out and participate and frankly vote?
All right, well, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us this evening. Professor Mike McCurry speaking to us from the U.S. Capitol, Washington, D.C.